In this video, we're going to be taking a look back at our 2019 financial goals, seeing if we hit those or not, or what progress we've made toward them if we haven't hit them already, and talking about what our 2020 financial goals are individually and as a couple.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of The Bemused. I'm Mishak.
And I'm Akiva.
And on this channel, we talk about all things personal finance for young adults just like us. So in 2019, if you've been following our channel, you know that the only thing that I was working towards besides personal savings, like in addition, I was working on the 52-week challenge. Yeah, it was a bit rough in the beginning.
But did you make it though?
I made it. I made it through. I made it through the entire challenge, and actually made it more than what I should have actually saved. So if you look back at some of the videos that we recorded in early 2019, where I was talking about the challenge and other ways for you to save money, the 52-week challenge was my primary. And basically just an overview for those of you that might not have seen that video. You save based on what number week you're in. Simple-ish. So week 1 you would save $1, week 2 you would save $2, and so on and so forth until you get up to week 52. So I did mine a little different because I get paid bi-weekly and it was just a little strange to say $1 or $2, so on and so forth. I would add up how much it is I needed to save for the month, and then I would just put that monthly amount and save it in my savings account. And I did that from December of 2018 straight through until December of 2019. And it was, like I said, a little difficult, especially around October to December time, the last quarter of 2019, because that's when I'm doing a lot of my spending for Christmas and all of that stuff. And when you're just traveling, like I traveled to New York for family and that sort of thing, and when you're spent or when you're saving and the last couple of months, almost $200 each month, like it became a bit much. But thankfully I made it through, and I actually was able to save more than what I needed to save for the 52-week challenge. I honestly don't remember what the amount was. I believe it was $1,310.
It was something like that.
I think it totals up to that. But I do remember what I actually saved, which was $5,000 during the year. So
what? How did you do that? Explain yourself, because I'd love to know.
So as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm an hourly employee. So if I work a little bit more, I get paid a little bit more. So although Akiva thinks that all I do is spend, I do know how to save, and still enjoy and still live life. So I was able to save, like I said, almost $3,000 and change more than I needed to actually save.
So how'd you actually save the extra money? By the way, the number is $1,378.
Yeah, $1,378
for the year. But like, what was your actual strategy to get to $5,000 magically?
So it wasn't necessarily a strategy. Every time I got paid, I would, like I said, in my budget, in my spreadsheet, I would put aside, okay, this month it's $10, this month it's $100 and what, until we got to that amount. And then if I earned a little bit more, I would say, well, okay, I'm gonna put aside an extra $200 this month because I can afford to do that. Or this month I'm gonna put aside an extra $500 if it was a really good month where I made a lot more. And that's how I just approached it. And I wasn't keeping track at all. It was just, all right, save. And then when I noticed, I was like, okay, and I will admit I kind of stopped because I like nice, even round numbers. So I was like, I've surpassed my goal of what I needed for the 52-week challenge. And again, we're coming around that time of October, November, the last quarter. of the year when it was, hey, there's a lot of things coming up where I'm traveling, where I'm this, where I'm that, where I don't really think that I can make it. Plus, there was also a lot of wonky things going around in quarter 4 of 2019 because we were doing some things that you'll hear about later to help pay for the wedding. So my cash was in some different places, so it was messing up just my comfort. I like to keep at least $1,000 in my checking account for incidentals, and with the 52-week challenge, trying to save more, and with my money kind of being all over, I was seeing that my average balance after certain transactions were like in the low 700s, and I just didn't like that, so I stopped saving altogether because I was like, I need to keep this in case of emergencies. So yes, I have a sinking fund. Yes, I have this additional money, the $5,000 from this 52-week savings challenge, but I still like to keep something in my checking account where I can always access it, where I don't have to, all right, let me transfer it from here to like, no. If I have an emergency with my vehicle, with whatever, I'm stranded somewhere, I can just pull out a card, swipe, and I don't have to think. I know that the money is there.
Cool. Well, big check for his 2019 financial goal. So I had a few financial goals for 2019, and if you guys haven't seen the original video where we kind of talked about our net worth and our financial goals, this is at the very beginning of 2019, like the first video posted for the year. I'll link that up here so you guys can get a refresher as to exactly what we're referring to and what we're talking about. But here were my goals. I had 4 goals, financial goals for 2019. The first one was to save $10,000, which I definitely did. I haven't tallied and ticked and tied all of the individual things, but I know for a fact that I saved $10,000 in 2019. Related to compensation at work, I wanted to get a $5,000 raise and a $5,000 bonus, and let's just say I very clearly met those goals and superseded those goals. Won't go into specific details about how much of a raise that I got this year, but it was definitely more than $5,000. So check mark there. My third financial goal was to get monetized on YouTube. And you guys, if you guys have seen one of our recent videos, you'll know that we did finally get monetized on YouTube at the end of October. So I am super, super excited about that.
So sorry for the ads, but we gotta get that going.
I wrote down that I wanted to get 1 sponsored video for the year, which we didn't do any sponsored content in 2019, but I honestly wasn't even focused on that. I kind of forgot that was a goal. Whoops. But I'm really not even pressed about that. I mean, sponsored content will come when it comes. We're really not pressed about it at this point. So didn't do that, but I'm totally fine with it. We did do a lot of great collaborations throughout the year, and I'll start popping up some cards here to some of our collaboration videos that we did with some really cool other personal finance influencers and YouTubers. So we're all happy with that.
And I guess we didn't include, because the 10,000 was for both of us, because I'm sure if we go back to that video, both of us were saving 10,000. Now you guys know more or less what it was for. It was for the wedding, but I guess so I did have 2 goals, because like she said, we both made that. That was in our plan and our budget, so we met that. But in addition, it was the 52-week challenge for myself.
My 4th financial goal for 2019 was to make $1,000 with my career coaching business, or Snatch My Career, as you guys have heard me mention a few times on the channel. I did not meet that goal, but I'm also not mad about it. I was putting so much time and effort into this YouTube channel that I kind of just like neglected Snatch My Career. So I did not have $1,000 of revenue. I also was charging way too little, so I did raise my prices toward the end of 2019, going into 2020. That I think is definitely more in line with what they should have been from the very beginning. So all of that contributed to why I did not make $1,000. I did make something, but it wasn't $1,000. So that is a goal I did not meet, but also a goal that I'm not exactly mad that I did not meet for 2019. Because as I said, I was putting a lot more attention into the channel and this business here.
And then just some other little things that were thrown in throughout the year. I did the no spend challenge. Some of you don't think that I did that well, and that's okay. I'll be open to trying it again. I will actually do a little bit more research and look into other people who've done the challenge this year and maybe change my rules up a little bit. And we'll see. Try and see how that goes.
So now let's talk about our 2020 financial goals, and we'll just share those really briefly.
I have none.
How do you have none? No financial goals whatsoever for 2020.
My financial goal is to just get through it without being too broke.
That is definitely not a smart goal.
Okay.
Okay, well, you have no real goals for this year, so I'll talk about my financial goals for this year. I'm looking over at my wall because I have like my little vision board sticky note thing over there. So my first financial goal is to get a $10,000 raise at work and a bonus of $7,500. That's my compensation goal for 2020. I'll know how that turns out next month is when I usually get my do the annual review and know what my new compensation is for 2020 going forward. So that is gonna be my goal: $10,000 raise and a $7,500 bonus. My next goal is in regard to the Bemused. I want to make $5,000 from this channel this year. We have been growing steadily, and I'm pretty, like, there's so many days in 2020. Like, you guys know, YouTube is so fickle that, like, one day it could be just like the most random video blowing up and things just change so dramatically for your channel, or it could be, you know, some type of product or something. Anything can happen. That's my point, is that anything can happen. Right now we're making just about $100 a month with the channel, which of course does not equate to $5,000 for the year. That equates to $1,200 for the year. But we're hoping that we can continue to grow and scale, and as we do, I definitely want to net $5,000, not even gross, net $5,000, because there are expenses involved with running this business. Trust and believe. And then my final goal is basically the same goal I set in 2019, which is to net $1,000. So I guess last year was to make $1,000. This year is to net $1,000 from Snatch My Career. I'll probably have a little bit more bandwidth to put toward that business, and with increasing my prices at the beginning of the year, that will definitely help. As you guys know, I'm going to be also doing a career coaching certification pretty soon, and so that will also all go into that that side of my life and the side of that business. So that's my goal, is to net $1,000 from Snatch My Career. Like I said, my main priority right now is the Bemused, this channel, this business, and so I will definitely be doing Snatch My Career very, very, very part-time. And I guess a final quasi goal is just to make it through the wedding without sacrificing net worth progress. I guess that's the best way to phrase it. Let's just make it through this wedding and all the things that come along with getting married and furnishing places and doing different things and whatever else is going to happen once we get married. Just making it through all of it while still making net worth progress. That is the goal.
But before we go, know you've been checking out the shirt. Make sure to check out our Etsy shop. We have the link down below so you can purchase something for either yourself or for a friend. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss when we post new content. See you in the next one. Bye. Almost everything.
Just notice I'm not wearing my ring right now. Whoops.
So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe bell.
And did I talk about... No, did I already go with the video? Oh, no.
So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the